Increasing the balance of significance and taking a strong and leading position in a relationship is important for maintaining mutual respect and attractiveness. When a man takes such a position, he shows his confidence, independence, and ability to be an equal partner. However, if we ask all the men watching this video whether they control their relationships with their girlfriends, we are likely to get a negative response. Even though every guy understands the importance of balance and significance, he still tends to bend under the harsh reality and control imposed by women. But the problem with the entire men's movement is that they blame women for every issue when the root cause lies much deeper. And I'm not only talking about female nature, which makes women test and manipulate us. I'm also referring to male strength, which the men's movement fails to address at all. If you want your girlfriend to be obedient and for you to take a strong role in the relationship, you need to learn to control your behavior and increase your significance. Showing less initiative and creating contrast. The essence of this method is to reduce the frequency of messages and calls, as well as the time spent on the woman. This means creating a sharp contrast where initially a lot of attention is given, and then it significantly decreases. If a man is used to texting a woman every morning, he can cut this down to a few times a week. This allows the woman to feel the difference and think about the man during the times he does not text. Imagine a situation where you text your girlfriend every day, and there's nothing surprising about it anymore, but instead of texting tomorrow, there is no initiative from you throughout the day. At the very least, this will spark interest, as the girl is used to your attention and takes it for granted. But being deprived of this resource, she will have questions and certain thoughts. This method is good not only because you can increase the balance of significance, but also to understand if the girl will react to your absence. And you are lucky if she takes an interest in why you disappeared, because most often they won't contact you. Instead of always being available, focus on self-improvement or enhancing your status. This is not a game, because there are other areas in a man's life besides girls. Reducing initiative shows that a man values his time and respects himself. This creates space for the woman to also take the initiative and invest in the relationship. A man who is not constantly available becomes more attractive, as mystery and unpredictability enhance interest. Emotional swings. I will say right away that emotional swings are considered manipulation and quite harsh. But I am not responsible for your relationships. However, I think it is necessary to tell you about this method, especially since women do this quite often. Swings involve creating a situation where a man sometimes shows excessive activity and then completely disappears for several days. This creates a sense of uncertainty in the woman and makes her appreciate the attention when it is given. This immediately affects primal instincts, as your presence causes a surge of dopamine, and your absence increases cortisol. Therefore, it is often said that swings are the movement from cold to warm, where each color symbolizes your initiative or silence. Periodically arrange unexpected dates that you schedule at the last minute. Behave freely and playfully, without needing constant attention or touches, which guys love due to their attachment. Then, for a few days, do not show any initiative at all. This creates emotional swings where the woman doesn't know what to expect next. Just yesterday she thought you were in love with her and therefore could control you, but today you slip off the hook again. Emotional swings create a sense of uncertainty in the woman, making her value the moments when the man shows attention. This creates a dynamic where the woman starts to strive more for the man, as she is not always sure about his feelings. This tactic can increase emotional attachment and interest, but I must remind you that it is considered harsh manipulation. Moreover, such games tire not only the woman, but also the man himself. Because if you are not doing this naturally and by your nature, then you are probably planning it, which means you are spending a lot of resources. Calmness in conflict situations. Not adapting to the woman and not being the first to seek reconciliation in conflict situations is very unpopular. Most often, a man tolerates any behavior because she is tired, she was hungry, or in a bad mood. But if such a situation were created by your friend or another person, would you turn a blind eye to all these problems? In the case of an argument, a man can give the woman time to cool off and not immediately try to make amends. This demonstrates self-confidence and the ability to stand up for his feelings and boundaries. It is important to defend your point of view without resorting to accusations and aggression. This shows maturity and the ability to engage in constructive dialogue. Calmness in conflict situations shows that a man values himself and his feelings. This creates a sense of strength and independence, which attracts women. A man who is not afraid of conflicts and is ready to defend his boundaries commands respect and interest, as it shows he is not dependent on others' opinions. I will again warn you that often a woman's ego will not allow her to be the first to apologize after an argument, even if she was at fault. Here, most men break down in text after several days of silence, thus losing the battle. But by turning the situation around, you will either increase your balance of significance in the woman's eyes or realize that this person is not right for you. If a girl is not ready to overcome her ego and apologize for her mistake, do you want to continue being with such a partner? The importance of increasing the balance of significance and taking a strong position in relationships. When a man takes a strong position, he shows his confidence and independence. A strong position in a relationship promotes mutual respect. When both partners respect each other and their boundaries, the relationship becomes healthier and more harmonious. Mystery and unpredictability make a man more attractive. When a woman is unsure of a man's feelings and cannot always predict his behavior, it creates interest and a desire to be closer. And yes, quite often this is just a game, but why should relationships be something boring and stable? In conclusion, I will say that the balance of significance is an important point in any relationship because it distributes the partner's strengths. The one who invests more occupies a less advantageous position because the one who gives resources and attention needs the relationship more. It is important to understand that you should not constantly engage in control and games because the balance should change from time to time. It is also important for a girl to feel that you value her, so you should not always act as an inaccessible man. But if your partner does not show effort and her ego does not allow for a peaceful life, why do you need such a girl?